Well, we've certainly seen Mike Johnson be smug, condescending, and always performatively pious, but what we saw last night from the pipsqueaker of the House, well, is very satisfying if you're keeping score for the good guys. We saw fear, serious fear, and that is our featured story today, courtesy of The Last Word with Lawrence O'Donnell from just last night. This is a potentially great turning point in the high-stakes game of protect the president who parties with pedophiles. Now, before we show you Lawrence's tremendous, beautiful breakdown of the way that Mike Johnson got played and Johnson's panicked flight up the stairs of Congress. It's great video. Let's remember how we got here in the first place.
This is me.
This was me.
This is me.
When I met Jeffrey Epstein.
Survivors of Jeffrey Epstein's abuse sharing their stories in a new public awareness campaign.
There are about 1,000 of us.
Adding to the mounting pressure on officials to release all files related to the child sex trafficker.
Good afternoon.
Pressure that may be getting to the U.S. president as he dramatically reverses course and now endorses the release of all files, appearing angry this continues to be a distraction.
All I want for people to recognize the great job that I've done.
Trump is encouraging Republicans to vote yes on a bill that would compel his government to share all Epstein documents and is open to signing it if it also passes in the Senate.
They can do whatever they want. We'll give them everything. Sure, I would. Let the Senate look at it. Let anybody look at it. But don't talk about it too much because, honestly, I don't want to take it away from us.
A change of heart in time to stave off an embarrassing defeat. Dozens of Republicans had planned to defy the president and support the bill before he changed his mind.
Donald Trump appears to have chickened out on the Epstein scandal. He's caved. It's a complete and total surrender.
Critics question Trump's new position, pointing out that as president, he could make the documents public. A vote is not needed. Top Senate Democrat Chuck Schumer writing, "The vote is to compel you to release them. Let's make this easier. Just release the files now."
Trump regime has got to go!
Anti-Trump protesters cited the Epstein files as one of many issues they're frustrated about, though few expect it will hamper Trump in the long run.
But I think that people have illusions if they think that the release of the Epstein files are going to bring him down. Again and again, Donald Trump barrels over opposition.
Still, it is rare for Trump to reverse course, and it demonstrates that pressure from his MAGA supporters and his party, it can lead him toward a shift. And what a shift it has been. Just days ago, he said any Republican that supported this bill is very bad or stupid.
So interesting. And Katie, the House votes Tuesday on this bill. It seems like it's expected to pass pretty easily.
With Trump's blessing, there's expected to be a surge in Republican support, and all Democrats are on board, too. The more support the bill gets in the House, the more pressure it adds on the Senate to give it full consideration.
All right. Katie Simpson in Washington. Thank you.
Ah, yes, the best laid plans of mice and men, right? Well, it seems Mike Johnson was very confident that his counterpart in the Senate, John Thune, was a reliable accountability partner with regard to protecting this guy. Okay, let's get to our featured story of fear and loathing in the House of Representatives as Mike Johnson gets overwhelmed by the Senate's surprise express lane checkout of the bill to release the Epstein files. This is our featured clip. It's Lawrence at his best and Johnson at his worst.
Donald Trump's dictatorial power over Congress will not continue. Today, Donald Trump is the biggest loser in presidential history on legislation passed by both the House and the Senate that is a direct rebuke of the president. No president has ever suffered a personal rebuke on legislation anywhere close to the enormity of what Donald Trump suffered today. Mike Johnson spent the year doing Donald Trump's dirty work in the House of Representatives by blocking any chance for a vote on releasing the Epstein files. And then, when the vote was forced upon him, Mike Johnson completely surrendered. And then Mike Johnson was doubly humiliated in his surrender today after he said this.
I called my counterpart in the Senate, Leader Thune, and I talked him through this with him and shared our deep concerns. And of course, they share those concerns as well. And so I'm very confident that when this moves forward in the process, if and when it is processed in the Senate, which there's no certainty that that will be, that they will take the time methodically to do what we have not been allowed to do in the House, to amend this discharge petition.
He was guaranteed by Republican Senate Majority Leader John Thune that the Senate would amend the bill passed by the House and include the kind of changes Mike Johnson insisted were necessary. He actually said, I called my counterpart in the Senate, Leader Thune, and I talked through this with him and shared our deep concerns. When I heard that, I thought, well, for sure, the Senate is going to have to add amendments or try to add amendments. And now I know someone is lying. Either Mike Johnson is lying about that phone call, or John Thune lied to Mike Johnson on that phone call, because John Thune had no intention of offering amendments to the House bill. And now we have all the evidence we could possibly ask for that John Thune was the person who convinced Donald Trump that it was all over. And that is when Donald Trump put out his tweet saying that Republicans in the House should vote to release the Epstein files. He only would have done that if Donald Trump knew there was absolutely no hope that the United States Senate could stop this vote. And today, the Senate vote was unanimous.
Any reaction to Leader Thune seeing the bill without adding amendments or changing it?
I am deeply disappointed in this outcome. I think I've been at the state dinner. I don't know. I was just told that Chuck Schumer rushed it to the floor and put it out there preemptively. It needed amendments. I just spoke to the president about that. We'll see what happens.
So do you think he may veto it? You say you spoke to the president?
I'm not saying that.
Is he supportive of it in its current form?
We both have concerns about it, so we'll see. I was standing there with the Crown Prince. We couldn't call him.
Are you frustrated in the majority leader? Are you upset with the majority leader?
Okay, I guess they didn't see that one coming. Here's an interesting philosophical question from Mike Johnson. Please like, subscribe, and share if you agree that you'd like to get an answer to this. Knowing everything that he knows now, if he could go back in time, does he think that Mar-a-Lago would be a great place to rent out for his daughter's purity ball?
Auch dabei Hannah Johnson. Sie legt heute vor ihrem Vater ein Keuschheitsgelübde ab.
I make a commitment to God.
Hiermit verspreche ich vor Gott, mir selbst, meiner Familie, meinen Freunden, meinem zukünftigen Ehemann und meinen zukünftigen Kindern, dass ich enthaltsam bin und jungfräulich bleibe.
In einer Reinheitsverpflichtung wird dieses Versprechen sogar schriftlich besiegelt.
Es gibt Jäger und Gejagte. Wir wollen unsere Mädchen so erziehen, damit sie klug genug sind, die Wölfe da draußen zu erkennen und sich von ihnen fernzuhalten.